Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's DMV Genie Permit Practice Test practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. The service air line is attached to the Option A, relay valves. Option B, supply line. Option C, emergency air line. Option D, steering wheel. The correct answer is option A, relay valves. Explanation. The service air line carries air and is controlled by either the foot brake or trailer hand brake. The service air line is attached to relay valves, which allow the trailer brakes to be applied quickly. Question 2. You must dim your high beam lights when within Option A, 100 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option B, 250 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option C, 300 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option D, 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Explanation. You must dim your high beams whenever you are within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Question 3. Crosswalk signs indicate Option A, railroad crossings. Option B, school zones. Option C, no passing zones. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option A, railroad crossings. Explanation. Crosswalk signs tell road users to yield to trains at railroad crossings. Motorcyclists should never try to race a train. Question 4. How often should drivers check their mirrors for traffic behind them? Option A, every 45 seconds. Option B, every 20 seconds. Option C, every 10 seconds. Option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. The correct answer is option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. Explanation. Check your mirrors for traffic behind you every 6 to 8 seconds. It is important to know if someone is following your vehicle too closely or coming up too fast. It is also important to know how much space you have behind your car. Question 5. If you need to slow down while turning, you should Option A, apply the rear brake and lean farther into the turn. Option B, never apply the brakes. Option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Option D, apply the rear brake only. The correct answer is option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Explanation. If you must brake while turning, it is possible to use both brakes safely. Use great care when doing this. Question 6. When passing a bicyclist, you should Option A, blast your horn to alert the bicyclist. Option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Option C, remain on the right side of your lane. Option D, put on your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Explanation. The law requires you to allow at least 4 feet of space between your vehicle and a bicyclist when passing them. Question 7. A modulating control valve can control the Option A, spring brakes. Option B, landing gear. Option C, air brakes. Option D, anti-lock braking system ABS. The correct answer is option A, spring brakes. Explanation. A modulating control valve allows a driver to gradually apply spring brakes. In equipped vehicles, the valve is controlled by a lever located on the dashboard. Question 8. What do headers do? Option A, protect the driver during a crash. Option B, provide a place for storage. Option C, ensure that controls are accessible. Option D, act as wind guards. The correct answer is option A, protect the driver during a crash. Explanation. Front-end header boards protect the driver from the forward motion of their cargo in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 9. This is a blank sign. Option A, stop. Option B, wrong way. Option C, yield. Option D, do not enter. The correct answer is option C, yield. Explanation. This triangular sign is a yield sign. When you see this sign, you must slow down to check for traffic and yield the right of way to pedestrians and approaching cross traffic. Stop only if it is necessary to do so. Question 10. Signs indicating areas of public recreation are option A, orange, option B, red, option C, green, option D, brown. The correct answer is option D, brown. Explanation. Signs that are brown indicate areas of cultural and historical significance or of public recreation. They can be a helpful resource when traveling in unfamiliar locations. Question 11. The speed limit is blank in school zones. Option A, 55 miles per hour. Option B, 45 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 20 miles per hour. Explanation. The speed limit in school zones is 20 miles per hour. Use extra caution when driving in school zones. Question 12. With your low beam headlights turned on, you should be able to see about blank ahead of your vehicle. Option A, 15 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 250 feet. The correct answer is option D, 250 feet. Explanation. Low beam headlights allow you to see about 250 feet ahead of your vehicle. When driving at night, adjust your speed so that you will be able to stop in the distance illuminated by your headlights. Question 13. If the spring brakes are activated, you should never. Option A, push down the brake pedal. Option B, open the hood. Option C, release air from the air storage tanks. Option D, open the door to the cab. The correct answer is option A, push down the brake pedal. Explanation. Never apply the brake pedal if your spring brakes are activated. Brakes can be damaged if they are subject to both springs and air pressure. Question 14. A load extending more than blank beyond the rear of a vehicle must be marked by a red flag during the day. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 feet. Option C, 3 feet. Option D, 4 feet. The correct answer is option D, 4 feet. Explanation. If a load extends more than 4 feet past the rear of a vehicle, it must be marked by a red flag when being transported during the day in clear weather. The flag should be no less than 12 inches square. Red lights are required when transporting the load in times of limited visibility. Question 15. Blocking is used to option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Option B, prevent cargo from being loaded too high. Option C, prevent cargo from being unloaded too quickly. Option D, prevent cargo from being unloaded easily. The correct answer is option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Explanation. Blocking and bracing are used to prevent cargo from sliding in transit. Question 16. One of the penalties for driving under the influence of alcohol is option A, a 5-year driver license suspension. Option B, a $100 fine. Option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Option D, a 12-hour sentence in jail. The correct answer is option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Explanation. In addition to other penalties, attending an alcohol highway safety school will be required for first or second offenses at any level of impairment. Question 17. When driving on a road that is not a freeway, drivers should look down the road at least blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A, 12 seconds. Option B, 10 seconds. Option C, 5 seconds. Option D, 3 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 12 seconds. Explanation. Drivers should always look down the road at least 12 seconds ahead of their vehicle, unless they are driving on a freeway. When on a freeway, drivers should look 20 to 30 seconds ahead of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 18. A traffic signal showing a steady red light means option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Option B, stop, look for danger, and then cross the intersection. Option C, slow down and yield to other traffic. Option D, quickly drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Explanation. A steady red traffic light means drivers must come to a complete stop. You must wait until the traffic light turns green and there is no crossing traffic before you move ahead. Question 19. When entering a turn, a rider should option A, speed up. Option B, reduce their speed. Option C, move their shoulders to match the angle of the turn. Option D, sit up as high as possible. The correct answer is option B, reduce their speed. Explanation. Before entering a turn, a motorcyclist should reduce their speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 20. When meeting a car with blinding headlights, you should option A, use your bright headlight until the other vehicle dims theirs. Option B, look toward the right side of the road. Option C, flash your light on and off to warn the other driver. Option D, dim your light and speed up to pass quickly. The correct answer is option B, look toward the right side of the road. Explanation. If a vehicle is coming toward you with its high beams on, look away from the headlights and glance toward the right side of the road until the car has passed. This will keep you from being blinded. Question 21. When using the controlled braking method in an emergency situation, you should option A, apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option B, apply the brakes with about half of your usual force. Option C, apply the brakes so the wheels lock. Option D, apply the brakes with minimal pressure. The correct answer is option A, apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The controlled braking method for emergency stops involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Keep steering wheel movements small when braking in this way. Question 22. You may exceed the speed limit. Option A, when passing another vehicle. Option B, at no time. Option C, where no police officers are present. Option D, on country roads. The correct answer is option A, when passing another vehicle. Explanation. You may not exceed the speed limit when passing another vehicle. You should always follow the legal speed limit. Question 23. When checking the engine compartment, you should check all of the following except option A, the engine oil level. Option B, the coolant level in the radiator. Option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Option D, the fuel level. The correct answer is option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Explanation. When inspecting your vehicle's engine compartment, be sure to check the oil level, the radiator coolant level, and the condition of the hoses, the power steering fluid level and the condition of the hoses if applicable, the windshield washer fluid level, the battery connections fluid level and tie-downs, the automatic transmission fluid level, and the condition and tightness of the belts. Additionally, check for any leaks in the engine compartment and cracked or worn electrical wiring insulation. Question 24. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance option A, over your right shoulder. Option B, at your side mirror. Option C, over your left shoulder. Option D, at your rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C, over your left shoulder. Explanation. To check your blind spot, glance over your shoulder in the direction that you want to move. Question 25. If you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane highway, you should: Option A, speed up to match the speed of the car behind you. Option B, move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Option C, slow down but stay in the lane. Option D, let the driver pass and then tailgate them. The correct answer is option B. Move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Explanation: if you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane roadway, you should move into the lane to your right when the path is clear. On multi-lane roads, the far left lane is intended for use by faster vehicles passing slower vehicles. Question 26. When passing on a multi-lane highway, option A, be sure the passing lane is clear. Option B, pass only on the right. Option C, watch for oncoming traffic. Option D, there is no need to signal. The correct answer is option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Explanation: before passing, you must make sure the passing lane is clear and give the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Question 27. A yellow light that flashes on and off means: option A, stop and look for other vehicles, then go if there is no traffic. Option B, stop and wait for a green light. Option C, speed up to clear the intersection quickly. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation: a flashing yellow traffic light means drivers should slow down and proceed with caution. Question 28. To avoid collisions with vehicles in your blind spots, you should: option A, quickly turn your head to see if your blind spot is clear before changing lanes. Option B, adjust your rearview mirrors every few minutes. Option C, honk your horn right before turning or changing lanes. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A. Quickly turn your head to see if your blind spot is clear before changing lanes. Explanation: before turning or changing lanes, turn your head and glance over your shoulder in the direction of your move to see if your blind spot is clear. Never rely on your mirrors alone. Question 29. Under ideal driving conditions, a driver should maintain a minimum following distance of: option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: to help you maintain a safe following distance, you should follow the 3-second plus rule. If the vehicle in front of you passes an object 3 seconds before your vehicle reaches the same object, you are likely driving with a safe following distance. Extend your following distance anytime conditions are less than ideal. Question 30. You must stop at a railroad crossing when: option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Option B, it is controlled by a stop sign. Option C, flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Explanation: you must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Stop when flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Question 31. Teenagers should try to get at least blank of sleep each night to avoid the risk of crashing due to lack of sleep. Option A, 7 hours. Option B, 6 hours. Option C, 8 hours. Option D, 9 hours. The correct answer is option C, 8 hours. Explanation: teenagers who get less than 8 hours of sleep per night are at an increased risk of crashing their vehicles when driving. Question 32. Using an anti-lock braking system ABS. Option A shortens stopping distance. Option B shortens brake response time. Option C provides less control. Option D provides more control. The correct answer is option C, provides less control. Explanation. An anti-lock braking system, ABS, helps prevent wheel lockup during hard braking. While it provides better control, it does not necessarily shorten a vehicle's stopping distance. Question 33. When two vehicles arrive to an intersection at the same time, which one has the right of way when no signs or signals indicate rules? Option A. The car approaching from the right has the right of way. Option B. The car approaching from the left has the right of way. Option C. The car in which the driver sounds his horn first has the right of way. Option D. The car that is traveling the fastest has the right of way. The correct answer is option A. The car approaching from the right has the right of way. Explanation. At an intersection of two similar roads without a traffic control device, a driver must yield to a vehicle approaching from the right. Question 34. When backing, a helper. Option A should be used whenever possible. Option B often adds to the confusion of backing. Option C should only be used if the driver is not feeling confident. Option D would likely get in the way. The correct answer is option A, should be used whenever possible. Explanation. Backing up is always dangerous because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle. Whenever possible, use a helper who can monitor your blind spots. Question 35. Driving at night is option A, safer than driving during the day. Option B, just as safe as driving during the day. Option C, more dangerous than driving during the day. Option D, discouraged. The correct answer is option C, more dangerous than driving during the day. Explanation. Driving at night is more dangerous than driving during the day. It is more difficult for drivers to see hazards. The glare of headlights can affect drivers' vision, and there are more fatigued and impaired drivers on the road. Question 36. If your coolant level is found to be low, you should: option A, drain the radiator. Option B, add more coolant. Option C, add engine oil. Option D, tighten the belts. The correct answer is option C, add engine oil. Explanation. When inspecting the engine compartment, you should check the oil level, coolant level, and windshield washer fluid level, among other things. In both cold and hot weather, it is important that the engine have enough coolant. Question 37. When you need to stop in an emergency, you should: option A, lock the wheels and skid to a stop. Option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Option C, stop in a way that turns your vehicle. Option D, expect your vehicle to slow down more quickly than usual. The correct answer is option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the stab braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle traveling in a straight line while still allowing you to turn, if necessary. Question 38. When may you legally ride around or under a lowered railroad crossing gate? Option A, when you can see clearly in both directions. Option B, never. Option C, when the warning lights are not flashing. Option D, when you do not see a train coming. The correct answer is option A, when you can see clearly in both directions. Explanation. If you come to a railroad crossing controlled by lowered gates or flashing lights, you must stop. Do not go around or under any lowered gate at a railroad crossing. Once the gate is raised, do not proceed across the tracks until you can see clearly in both directions and are sure there are no trains coming. Question 39. When carrying a load, you should: option A, keep the load behind the rear axle. Option B, secure the load with a rope. Option C, fasten the load against the frame on the back of the seat. Option D, keep the load low and as far forward as possible. The correct answer is option B, secure the load with a rope. Explanation. To avoid affecting the motorcycle's balance, you should secure loads low and to the front. Secure loads with elastic cords rather than with rope, as rope can stretch and become loose. Question 40. A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content BAC of Option A 0.01%, Option B 0.1%, Option C 0.08%, Option D 0.02%. The correct answer is option C 0.08%. Explanation. A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content BAC between 0.02 and 0.08%. This can result in license suspension for between 60 days and 2 years. Question 41. If you have a tire blowout while driving, you should: Option A. Hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Option B. Step on the accelerator. Option C. Turn quickly off the road. Option D. Hit the brakes and stop as quickly as possible. The correct answer is option A. Hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Explanation. If a tire on your vehicle suddenly goes flat, hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle going straight. Slow down gradually by taking your foot off the accelerator and use the brakes lightly. Pull off of the road and steer to a safe location, if at all possible. Question 42. A good defensive driver. Option A. Drives slowly at all times. Option B. Looks out for the actions of other drivers. Option C. Travels at a constant speed. Option D. Only drives in familiar areas. The correct answer is option B. Looks out for the actions of other drivers. Explanation. Even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving. A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems. Question 43. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle in a no-passing zone on a road with 2 lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should pull over to let others pass if: Option A. One vehicle is behind you. Option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option C. 5 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option D. The road is posted with slow-moving vehicle signs. The correct answer is option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Explanation. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle on a 2-lane road where it is unsafe to pass and 5 or more vehicles are in a line behind you, you must pull over and stop to let them pass if it is safe for you to do so. Question 44. A telltale sign of a drunk driver is: Option A. They are weaving between lanes. Option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Option C. They are making quick and sudden stops. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Explanation. Telltale signs of drunk driving include speeding, weaving, driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow, making jerking motions, and making quick and sudden stops. Question 45. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Option A. Blue. Option B. Yellow. Option C. White. Option D. Red. The correct answer is option A. Blue. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted blue, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Question 46. If you stop along the road at night, option A. Turn off all your lights. Option B. Use your parking lights only. Option C. Use your headlights only. Option D. Turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beams turned on. The correct answer is option D. Turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beams turned on. Explanation. If you stop along the road at night, turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beam headlights turned on. Be sure that other road users will be able to clearly see your vehicle. Question 47. In a slow, tight turn, you should: Option A, lean the motorcycle only and keep your body straight. Option B, keep the motorcycle straight and lean your body. Option C, lean both the motorcycle and your body. Option D, not lean either your body or the motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Lean the motorcycle only and keep your body straight. Explanation. In a normal turn, the motorcycle and rider should lean together. However, in a slow, tight turn, the motorcycle should lean while the rider keeps their body straight up to counterbalance. Question 48. When being passed by another vehicle, motorcyclists should be alert to: Option A, the other vehicle's extended mirrors. Option B, objects being thrown from the other vehicle. Option C, gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Explanation. When being passed, motorcyclists should be careful not to be hit by any part of the passing vehicle, including its mirrors. In addition to the vehicle itself, motorcyclists should also be aware of wind gusts coming from the passing vehicle and potential objects being thrown by a passenger in the vehicle who may not be paying attention to the road. Question 49. When driving in traffic, it is safest to: Option A, fluctuate your speed to keep alert. Option B, drive faster than the flow of traffic. Option C, drive slower than the flow of traffic. Option D, drive with the flow of traffic. The correct answer is option D, drive with the flow of traffic. Explanation. Crashes often happen when some drivers go faster or slower than other vehicles on the road. Always try to drive with the flow of traffic within the posted speed limit. Question 50. When driving on slick roads, you should: Option A, take turns more slowly than usual. Option B, change lanes quickly. Option C, accelerate quickly. Option D, brake hard. The correct answer is option A, take turns more slowly than usual. Explanation. While it is always dangerous to drive too fast on slippery roads, this is especially true when driving in turns and curves. Be sure to approach them more slowly in slippery conditions than you would under normal circumstances. Question 51. You should turn on your headlights. Option A, 1/2 hour after sunset. Option B, 1/2 hour after sunrise. Option C, when parked at a school. Option D, when stopped at a railroad crossing. The correct answer is option A, 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation. Headlights must be used 1/2 hour after sunset until 1/2 hour before sunrise, when windshield wipers are being used due to rain or snow, and in any other situation when visibility is less than 500 feet. Auxiliary lights are never an appropriate substitute for headlights. Question 52. When driving on packed snow, you should reduce your speed. Option A, by at least 1/2. Option B, by about 1/3. Option C, by about 1/4. Option D, by about 1/8. The correct answer is option A, by at least 1/2. Explanation. When driving on packed snow, you should reduce your speed by 1/2 or more. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 53. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady green arrow, drivers: Option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should slow to a stop if it is safe to do so. Option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Option D, may drive straight through the intersection. The correct answer is option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. A green arrow displayed on a traffic signal tells drivers that they may turn in the direction of the arrow. You must be in the proper lane for such a turn. Yield the right-of-way to vehicles and pedestrians already in the intersection. Question 54. It is against the law for anyone under the age of 21 to blank alcohol. Option A, wear clothing advertising. Option B, be in the presence of. Option C, consume. Option D, serve. The correct answer is option C, consume. Explanation. It is against the law for anyone under 21 to buy or consume alcohol, have it in their possession, or have it in a vehicle that they are driving. Question 55. How far ahead of their vehicles should drivers scan the entire driving scene? Option A, 10 seconds ahead. Option B, 2 seconds ahead. Option C, as far ahead as possible. Option D, 5 seconds ahead. The correct answer is option C, as far ahead as possible. Explanation. Scan the road as far ahead of your vehicle as possible. Scanning the road ahead helps you identify potential hazards before encountering them and may help you avoid making last-second moves. Question 56. Vehicle stopping distances never depend on. Option A, your own reaction time. Option B, the time of day. Option C, the condition of your vehicle's brakes. Option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. The correct answer is option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. Explanation. The distance that a vehicle needs to stop depends on the motorist's reaction time, weather and visibility conditions, the vehicle's weight, the conditions of the vehicle's brakes, the condition and type of the vehicle's tires, roadway conditions, and speed. Question 57. Under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least. Option A, 3 to 4 seconds. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 5 to 7 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 3 to 4 seconds. Explanation. Under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 3 to 4 seconds. If roads are slippery, your following distance should never be less than 4 seconds. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should increase your following distance. Question 58. Railroad crossings should always be considered. Option A, safe to cross, as it is unlikely that a train will be coming. Option B, dangerous. Option C, safe locations to park a car. Option D, a place where it is required to stop. The correct answer is option B, dangerous. Explanation. Railroad crossings are always dangerous. Drivers should always look and listen for trains approaching from either direction on all railroad tracks. Always follow the directions indicated by signs, signals, and flaggers. Never proceed past a railroad crossing until you are certain it is safe to do so. Question 59. How long does it take alcohol to reach the brain after being consumed? Option A, minutes. Option B, 1 hour. Option C, 2 hours. Option D, a day. The correct answer is option A, minutes. Explanation. Alcohol does not need to be digested. It enters the bloodstream rapidly and reaches the brain within minutes of being consumed. Question 60. What is another name for the service line? Option A, control line. Option B, exchange line. Option C, surplus line. Option D, parallel line. The correct answer is option A, control line. Explanation. The service line, also called the control line or signal line, carries air to the trailer brakes and is controlled by the foot brake or trailer hand brake. Question 61. By law, a driver must signal at least blank before a turn or lane change. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option D, 100 feet. Explanation. You are legally required to signal not less than 100 feet before making a turn or lane change. In general, Signaling 3 to 5 seconds in advance will ensure that you meet this requirement. If your vehicle's signal lights are not working, you must use hand signals. Question 62. When driving to an unfamiliar area, you Option A should depend on road signs to find your way. Option B should plan your trip in advance. Option C only have to know generally where your destination is. Option D should always choose the most direct route. The correct answer is option B. Should plan your trip in advance. Explanation. When driving to an unfamiliar area, plan your trip in advance. Don't start with only a hazy idea of where you are going. If your destination is in an unfamiliar area, check the location on a map before you start to drive. Question 63. As you drive, you must turn your headlights on. Option A, when you turn your wipers on. Option B, 1/2 hour after sunset. Option C, 1/2 hour before sunrise. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation. Headlights must be used from 1/2 hour after sunset and 1/2 hour before sunrise. They must also be used at any time when visibility is 500 feet or less and any time windshield wipers are being used. Question 64. When you are being tailgated, option A, move over to the right if there is an open lane to your right. Option B, if there is not an open lane to your right, wait until the way is clear ahead and reduce your speed slowly to encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Option C, never slow down abruptly. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, never slow down abruptly. Explanation. If you are being tailgated by another driver and there is a right lane, move over to the right. If there is no right lane, wait until the road ahead is clear and then reduce your speed slowly. This will encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Never slow down abruptly, as this will only increase the risk of your vehicle being hit from behind. Question 65. A Class 7 hazardous material is Option A, explosive. Option B, flammable. Option C, radioactive. Option D, corrosive. The correct answer is option C, radioactive. Explanation. Radioactive materials are categorized as Class 7 hazardous materials. Question 66. An open automobile window in cold weather may indicate that the driver is Option A, driving impaired. Option B, inappropriately dressed. Option C, using the heat inside their vehicle. Option D, enjoying the fresh air. The correct answer is option A, driving impaired. Explanation. It is important to observe other drivers' behaviors and identify clues that indicate when person could be driving impaired. Drivers who have had too much to drink, are sleepy, are on drugs, or are ill can present hazards to other drivers. A person driving with their window open in cold weather may be impaired. Question 67. When approaching a railroad crossing while operating a school bus, you should generally, option A, stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Option B, stop 100 feet before the nearest rail. Option C, stop 10 feet before the nearest rail. Option D, continue across the tracks without stopping. The correct answer is option A, stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Explanation. In general, school bus drivers should stop before any railroad crossings to check the tracks for approaching trains. Drivers should stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from the nearest rail in order to have the best view of the tracks. They should look and listen for approaching trains before proceeding through the crossing. Question 68. Shared lanes may be used by Option A, bicyclists. Option B, truck drivers. Option C, motorcyclists. Option D, passenger vehicle operators. The correct answer is option A, bicyclists. Explanation. Shared lanes are intended for use by bicyclists. They assist bicyclists with lateral position in lanes too narrow for a motor vehicle and a bicycle to travel side by side within the same traffic lane. Shared lanes also alert road users to the location bicyclists are likely to occupy. Question 69. When backing, it is best to: Option A, rely only on the passenger's side mirror. Option B, try to back up quickly. Option C, turn toward the passenger's side whenever possible. Option D, use a helper if possible. The correct answer is option D, use a helper if possible. Explanation: if you must drive in reverse, you should back up slowly and use the mirrors on both sides of your vehicle. Use a helper to monitor your blind spots whenever possible. You and the helper should agree on a signal for stop. Question 70. High occupancy vehicles HOV lanes are not reserved for: Option A, high occupancy vehicles. Option B, carpools. Option C, tractor trailers. Option D, motorcycles. The correct answer is option A, high occupancy vehicles. Explanation: during heavy traffic periods, HOV lanes are reserved for buses, carpools, other high occupancy vehicles, motorcycles, and certain clean special fuel vehicles. Question 71. If planning to back up your vehicle, you should: Option A, check behind your vehicle before getting in. Option B, depend entirely on your mirrors. Option C, accelerate quickly. Option D, only look to the sides of your vehicle. The correct answer is option A, check behind your vehicle before getting in. Explanation: if planning to back up your vehicle, you should check behind your vehicle before you get in. Children or small objects are difficult to see from the driver's seat. Question 72. During normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of: Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: the more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds during normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance during unusual weather or traffic conditions. Question 73. When driving, you should look blank ahead of your vehicle. Option A, 1 minute. Option B, 45 seconds. Option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Explanation: watch 15 to 20 seconds ahead of your vehicle for cars braking, turning, or entering and exiting the road. This helps to prevent sudden stops and turns. Question 74. In general, the body gets rid of almost blank per hour. Option A, 1 drink. Option B, 2 drinks. Option C, 3 drinks. Option D, 4 drinks. The correct answer is option A, 1 drink. Explanation: on average, a person's body can eliminate the alcohol content of about 1 drink per hour. Question 75. Road rages. Option A, merely an inconvenience. Option B, a criminal offense. Option C, an acceptable response to bad drivers. Option D, annoying but not dangerous. The correct answer is option B, a criminal offense. Explanation: road rage is a criminal offense. If a minor traffic incident escalates into a far more serious situation, the drivers involved may face legal repercussions. Question 76. If you need to drive in foggy weather, option A, turn on your low beam headlights. Option B, turn on your hazard lights. Option C, it is okay to drive at the maximum speed limit. Option D, do not drive at a speed above 10 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, turn on your low beam headlights. Explanation: you are required to use your headlights during the day when visibility is reduced to 500 feet or less. When you first turn on your headlights, be sure they are adjusted to the low beam setting. Using high beams in fog or rain will cause the light to reflect back into your eyes, lowering visibility even more. Question 77. Round signs indicate Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. Round signs warn drivers of an upcoming railroad crossing area. Drivers should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 78. After starting the engine, oil pressure should reach a normal level. Option A, within a few seconds. Option B, after about a minute. Option C, after about 4 minutes. Option D, within 10 minutes of driving. The correct answer is option A, within a few seconds. Explanation. After you start the engine, keep an eye on the gauges. Oil pressure should rise to a normal level within a few seconds of the engine being started. Question 79. Riding in the central lane position. Option A keeps others from seeing you. Option B is always the safest option when approaching intersections. Option C discourages others from sharing your lane. Option D should be avoided if possible. The correct answer is option C, discourages others from sharing your lane. Explanation. Motorcycles need a full lane to operate safely. It is dangerous and generally prohibited for a motorcycle and another vehicle to travel next to one another in the same lane. Riding in the center of your lane discourages others from trying to share your lane. Question 80. When driving in winter weather, drivers should allow for at least blank the normal stopping distance. Option A, 3 times. Option B, 2 times. Option C, 5 times. Option D, 10 times. The correct answer is option A, 3 times. Explanation. Snow and ice make roads very slippery. Hard-packed snow increases the danger of skidding. Allow for at least 3 times the normal stopping distance to slow down. Question 81. When approaching a flashing red traffic light, drivers should Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right-of-way. Option C, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option D, treat the light like a stop sign. The correct answer is option D, treat the light like a stop sign. Explanation. Flashing red lights are used at dangerous intersections. Treat them like stop signs. Question 82. When traveling down a steep downgrade, Option A, the air brakes should be used. Option B, shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C, the vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D, the vehicle should be driven on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B, shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Explanation. On a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 83. The trailer hand valve should be used. Option A, regularly to activate the trailer brakes in all driving conditions. Option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Option C, only in inclement weather when the trailer may skid. Option D, only if the trailer is carrying a load. The correct answer is option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve should be used only to test the trailer brakes. It should not be used while driving because it may cause the trailer to skid. Question 84. When slowing for a normal stop, you should Option A, use only the rear brake. Option B, use less throttle and apply only the front brake. Option C, shift down through the gears as you slow. Option D, pull in the clutch and coast. The correct answer is option C, shift down through the gears as you slow. Explanation: you should shift down through the gears with the clutch as you slow or stop. When braking, always use both brakes. Question 85. Stress can affect your driving by option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B, decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C, causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D, making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation: emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 86. To check your blind spot before changing lanes. Option A, look into the left side mirror. Option B, look into the right side mirror. Option C, look into the rearview mirror. Option D, look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. The correct answer is option D, look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. Explanation: to check your blind spot before changing lanes, you should look over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move. Question 87. On which side S of a vehicle should drivers maintain a space cushion? Option A, only to the front of the vehicle. Option B, only to the back of the vehicle. Option C, only to the left and right of the vehicle. Option D, all sides of the vehicle. The correct answer is option D, all sides of the vehicle. Explanation: the only way you can be sure you will have enough time to react to the movements of other drivers is by leaving plenty of space between your car and the cars around you. In general, you should try to keep a cushion of space on all sides of your motor vehicle. Question 88. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, once air pressure is lost and the spring brakes come on. Option A, you will be unable to move the vehicle. Option B, a separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Option C, you can use the spring brakes to continue driving normally. Option D, the air tanks will automatically refill to a safe air pressure level. The correct answer is option B. A separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Explanation: in a vehicle with dual parking control valves, there is a separate air tank that can be used to temporarily release the spring brakes if they have been activated due to low air pressure. Pushing in the proper control will release the spring brakes for a short period of time, allowing the driver to move the vehicle in an emergency. Question 89. When checking your tires during a pre-trip inspection, you should look for all of the following, except option A, improper air pressure, option B, cuts, option C, valve stems without caps, option D, mismatched tire sizes. The correct answer is option D, mismatched tire sizes. Explanation: when inspecting your tires for problems, you should check for air pressure that is too low or too high, cuts or other damage on the tires, and mismatched tire sizes. Question 90. A driver entering public traffic from a driveway or private road, option A, has the right of way. Option B, should yield to drivers already on the public road. Option C, may force their way into traffic. Option D, can assume that other drivers will change lanes to make room. The correct answer is option B, should yield to drivers already on the public road. Explanation: if you are entering traffic from a driveway or private road, you should yield to drivers already on the public road. Merge safely into traffic when you are able to do so. Question 91. If confronted by an aggressive driver, you should: option A, make eye contact with the driver. Option B, react to the driver's gestures. Option C, challenge the driver to a road race. Option D, ignore the driver if possible. The correct answer is option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Explanation. If you encounter an aggressive driver, the most important thing to do is get out of their way if possible. Do not provoke the driver by challenging them or making eye contact, and do not let yourself be provoked by rude gestures they might make. Question 92. The best way to avoid hydroplaning is to: Option A, keep your tires properly maintained. Option B, slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Option C, watch out for standing water or puddles. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Explanation. When roads are wet, cars take a longer distance to stop and may skid on quick turns. Do not use cruise control when driving under wet or icy conditions. Reduce your speed and drive with caution. Question 93. Many crashes are caused by: Option A, drivers traveling too fast for conditions. Option B, drivers consistently checking their mirrors and blind spots. Option C, drivers yielding the right of way. Option D, drivers maintain a 4-second following distance. The correct answer is option A, drivers traveling too fast for conditions. Explanation. Many crashes are caused by drivers who are driving too fast for conditions. Always drive within the legal speed limits and decrease your speed anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 94. A no parking sign at certain location means: Option A, you may never stop your vehicle there. Option B, you may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Option C, you may park there if the driver remains in the vehicle. Option D, you may leave your vehicle unattended for less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. You may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Explanation. A no parking sign means that you can make a temporary stop to load or discharge merchandise or passengers. Question 95. When entering an expressway, you should: Option A, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option C, assume other drivers will make space for your vehicle. Option D, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before entering the highway if no other vehicles are present. The correct answer is option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Explanation. Unless absolutely necessary, you should always avoid bringing your vehicle to a complete stop before entering a high-speed expressway. Enter the expressway and merge with other traffic as safely as possible. Question 96. Looking far ahead of your vehicle while driving is: Option A, discouraged, as there is little you can do about something far up the road. Option B, encouraged, to help you identify hazards as early as possible. Option C, not allowed. Option D, only encouraged if you are transporting hazardous materials. The correct answer is option B, encouraged to help you identify hazards as early as possible. Explanation. Good drivers look down the road at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead of their vehicles. This makes it possible to identify hazards early, when drivers are more likely to have time to respond appropriately. Question 97. Foundation brakes are used: Option A, only at the front wheels. Option B, only at the rear wheels. Option C, only at the driver's side wheels. Option D, at each wheel. The correct answer is option D, at each wheel. Explanation. Foundation brakes are used at each wheel. The most common type is the S-cam drum brake. Question 98. When parking uphill next to a curb, set the parking brake and: Option A, keep the rear tires against the curb. Option B, keep the front tires straight ahead. Option C, turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Option D, turn your steering wheel toward the curb. The correct answer is option C. Turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Explanation. When parking facing uphill on a street that has a curb, set your parking brake and turn your steering wheel away from the curb. This way, if your vehicle starts to roll, it will roll into the curb. Question 99 blank. Limit your concentration, perception, judgment, and memory. Option A. Only a blood alcohol level greater than the legal limit can. Option B. Alcohol does not. Option C. Even the smallest amount of alcohol can. Option D. Only a blood alcohol level greater than 0.05% can. The correct answer is option C. Even the smallest amount of alcohol can. Explanation. Even the smallest amount of alcohol will reduce your concentration, perception, judgment, and memory, and your driving skills will suffer. No one can drink and drive safely. Question 100. A driver may park in a space reserved for people with disabilities if the vehicle displays the proper license plates. Option A. Regardless of who is in the vehicle. Option B. And only if the driver is disabled. Option C. And is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Option D. And someone in the driver's immediate family is disabled. The correct answer is option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Explanation. To park in a space reserved for people with disabilities, the vehicle must be in operation to transport the disabled person named on the registration or permit. Question 101. A chemical test is used to measure. Option A. Reaction time. Option B. Blood alcohol content. Option C. Vision. Option D. Driving ability. The correct answer is option B. Blood alcohol content. Explanation. Blood alcohol content (BAC) is normally determined by a chemical test of breath, blood, urine, or saliva. However, a chemical test is not necessary to prove that you were intoxicated or impaired. The testimony of a police officer about how you were driving or your appearance and behavior when arrested can provide enough evidence to convict you, even without a chemical test. Question 102. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 65 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is 25 miles per hour. If a different speed limit is posted, you should follow that speed limit. Question 103. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system, ABS, uses a blank light to warn that the system is not working properly. Option A, green. Option B, yellow. Option C, orange. Option D, white. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Anti-lock braking system, ABS, malfunction lamps are usually yellow. Even if the ABS isn't working properly, a driver will still have access to the vehicle's usual braking functions. Question 104. If you want to get off the freeway but you have missed your exit, you should. Option A. Go to the next exit. Option B. Make a U-turn through the median. Option C. Pull onto the shoulder and back your car to the exit. Option D. Flag down a police officer for an escort back to your exit. The correct answer is option A. Go to the next exit. Explanation. If you miss your exit, you should take the next exit. Do not stop or back up on the highway, swerve across multiple lanes to try to make the exit at the last second, or cross over the median to turn around. All of these maneuvers are illegal and extremely dangerous. Question 105. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. Option A, red, yellow, green. Option B, red, green, yellow. Option C, green, red, yellow. Option D, green, yellow, red. The correct answer is option A, red, yellow, green. Explanation. On a traffic signal arranged vertically, red is always on top and green on the bottom. When arranged horizontally, red is always on the left and green on the right. Question 106. In the hazardous materials table, column 2 lists option A, the names of materials, option B, where materials originate, option C, special provisions for materials, option D, materials manufacturers. The correct answer is option A, the names of materials. Explanation. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials. Question 107. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as option A, 1 pint of whiskey, option B, a gallon of wine, option C, a 6-pack of beer, option D, 1 12-ounce can of beer. The correct answer is option D, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation. It is important to remember that the average beer contains about the same amount of alcohol as the average drink of whiskey or wine. A 5-ounce glass of wine 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 108. You may use a shared center turn lane, option A, as a travel lane to pass other vehicles, option B, to make a left turn onto another street, road, or driveway, option C, to make a right turn onto another street, road, or highway, option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, as a travel lane to pass other vehicles. Explanation. Drivers may use a shared center turn lane only for the purpose of making a left turn onto or from a roadway. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 109. When making normal stops, you should option A, use only the rear brake, option B, use only the front brake, option C, use both the front and rear brakes, option D, alternate between the front and rear brakes. The correct answer is option C, use both the front and rear brakes. Explanation. Make it a habit to always use both brakes when slowing or stopping, even for normal, non-emergency stops. Question 110. When using a turn signal, you should not option A, signal early, option B, signal continuously, option C, cancel the turn signal after completing the turn, option D, allow the turn signal to stay on long after the turn has been completed. The correct answer is option B, signal continuously. Explanation. Always signal well ahead of a turn or lane change. Signal continuously until you have completed the turn or lane change, then be sure to cancel the signal so you do not confuse other drivers. Question 111. What is tire load? Option A, the maximum air pressure of a specific tire. Option B, the maximum safe weight that a tire can carry at a specified pressure. Option C, the minimum safe weight that can be carried by a tire. Option D, the average weight of tires on a vehicle. The correct answer is option B, the maximum safe weight that a tire can carry at a specified pressure. Explanation. Tire load is the maximum safe weight that can be carried by a tire at a specified pressure. This number is stated on the side of each tire. Question 112. When carrying a sealed load, the driver, option A, should inspect the contents. Option B, should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Option C, must go through each container. Option D, should unseal the load to ensure safety. The correct answer is option B, should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Explanation. While a driver cannot inspect sealed loads, they can still ensure that the load does not exceed gross weight and axle weight limits. Question 113. At an intersection, A signal showing a green arrow and a red light means: Option A, you may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Option B, stop, then proceed straight through the intersection. Option C, stop, even if turning in the direction of the green arrow. Option D, all traffic must turn in the direction of the arrow. The correct answer is option A. You may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Explanation: a green arrow means that you can safely turn in the direction of the arrow. If other vehicles or pedestrians are already in the intersection, you must yield the right-of-way before turning. Question 114. Crossover mirrors help a school bus driver see: Option A, the front bumper danger zones. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the left side of the bus. Option D, vehicles in front of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the left side of the bus. Explanation: crossover mirrors are used to help a driver see the danger zone area directly in front of a school bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 115. Spring brakes come on. Option A, when too much air pressure is lost. Option B, when a control on the dashboard is activated. Option C, when the tires have minimal tread depth. Option D, when the brakes are noisy. The correct answer is option D, when the brakes are noisy. Explanation: spring brakes come on automatically when air pressure drops to an unsafe side level. Instead of waiting for the spring brakes to automatically activate, you should safely exit the road as soon as you notice the low pressure warning signal and bring your vehicle to a stop while you're still able to control the brakes. Question 116. To reduce your speed before turning, you should: Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, pull in the clutch and use both brakes. Option C, apply the rear brake only. Option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. Explanation: before you enter a turn, you should reduce your speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 117. A shared center lane on a two-way road. Option A is reserved for making left turns. Option B is reserved for U-turns where allowed. Option C can be used by vehicles traveling in both directions. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, is reserved for making left turns. Explanation: shared center lanes on two-way roads are reserved for making left turns as well as U-turns where U-turns are permitted. Shared lanes may be used by vehicles traveling in both directions on the road. Question 118. When entering a street from a driveway, you: Option A, must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B, must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D, can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation: always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 119. Passing is prohibited. Option A, on hills and curves. Option B, at intersections. Option C, at railroad crossings. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, on hills and curves. Explanation: locations where it is unlawful and unsafe to pass another vehicle include hills, curves, intersections, and railroad crossings. Question 120. Increase your following distance when: Option A, driving behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision. Option B, exiting an expressway. Option C, following a motorcycle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, exiting an expressway. Explanation. You should increase your following distance when you are behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision, when driving in bad weather or heavy traffic, when exiting an expressway, when behind a motorcycle or bicycle, and if someone is tailgating you. Question 121. You are driving on a busy street and your vehicle's accelerator sticks open. You should: Option A, blow your horn. Option B, slam on your brakes. Option C, turn on your four-way flashers. Option D, turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. The correct answer is option D, turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. Explanation. If your vehicle's accelerator sticks open, your vehicle will continue to maintain its speed or accelerate even if you remove your foot from the gas pedal. Turn off the ignition, using care to move the ignition switch only far enough to stop the engine and not engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. Apply your brakes and move off the road to a safe area. Question 122. You may not park. Option A, on a hill. Option B, in a parking lot. Option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Option D, within 12 inches of the right side of the road. The correct answer is option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Explanation. There are a number of locations where it is unlawful to park, including on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. When parking on the street, you must be within 12 inches of the side of the road. Question 123. Which of the following does alcohol affect? Option A, recovery from headlight glare. Option B, reaction time. Option C, judgment of distances. Option D, all of these choices. The correct answer is option B, reaction time. Explanation. Alcohol reduces reaction time, reduces your ability to see clearly, changes your judgment of speed and distances, often makes you less inhibited, and makes you more prone to take chances. It is especially dangerous to drink and drive after dark because alcohol reduces your ability to recover from the glare of headlights. Question 124. An octagonal sign is always a: Option A, speed limit sign. Option B, stop sign. Option C, hospital sign. Option D, railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation. Octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red, 8-sided sign. Question 125. A leaking exhaust system can: Option A, cause excessive oil use. Option B, require your vehicle to have a tune-up sooner than normal. Option C, make you drowsy while driving. Option D, set grass fires on country roads. The correct answer is option C, make you drowsy while driving. Explanation. The exhaust system helps remove toxic gases, reduce the noise, and cool the hot gases coming from a running engine. Fumes from a leaky exhaust system can cause death in a very short time. They can also make you drowsy while driving. Question 126. What does a lane control signal with a green arrow above a reversible lane indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red hex. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane. The correct answer is option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane. Explanation. Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 127. If not otherwise prohibited by a sign, a driver stopped at a solid red traffic light may: Option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Option B, never turn right. Option C, turn right at any time. Option D, turn right only after sounding their horn. The correct answer is option A. Turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Explanation: after stopping at an intersection with a solid red traffic light, you may turn right unless a sign prohibits such movement. You must yield to all pedestrians and all vehicles before making such a turn. Question 128. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation: pen and shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 129. A single broken white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: white lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 130. If you are driving on the interstate and pass your exit, you should: Option A, quickly cut across traffic to make your turn. Option B, make a U-turn to go back to the exit. Option C, continue driving and use the next exit. Option D, put your vehicle in reverse to go back to the exit. The correct answer is option B, make a U-turn to go back to the exit. Explanation: don't make a last-minute turn into an exit. If you pass your exit, you must go to the next one. Question 131. When you park uphill on a street with a curb, option A, keep the front wheel straight and set the parking brake. Option B, turn the front wheels away from the curb. Option C, turn the front wheels toward the curb. Option D, turn the back wheels into the curb. The correct answer is option B, turn the front wheels away from the curb. Explanation: when parking on an incline where there is a curb, you should turn your wheels sharply to the left, away from the curb. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will not roll into traffic. Question 132. When traveling more slowly than 40 miles per hour on a limited access highway, you should: Option A, drive on the shoulder. Option B, use your high beams. Option C, sound your horn to warn others. Option D, use your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option D, use your four-way flashers. Explanation: if you must drive below 40 miles per hour on a limited access highway, you should use your hazard four-way flashers to warn the drivers behind you. Question 133. When parked on the side of the road, you should: Option A, use only the rear flashing lights. Option B, use one set of turn signals. Option C, use your high beam headlights. Option D, use your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option D, use your four-way flashers. Explanation: always turn on your four-way emergency flashers if you must park on the side of the road. This is especially important when traveling at night. Question 134. On two-way streets or highways, you should start left turns. Option A, close to the center line. Option B, close to the outside line. Option C, in the right lane. Option D, from any lane. The correct answer is option A, close to the center line. Explanation. On two-lane, two-way streets or highways, you should make left turns from as close to the center line as possible. Question 135. When taking medication before driving, the most important thing for you to do is to Option A, get behind the wheel before the medicine can take effect. Option B, make several rest stops on your trip. Option C, understand the effects of the medication and adjust your driving accordingly. Option D, ask another person to ride with you. The correct answer is option C, understand the effects of the medication and adjust your driving accordingly. Explanation. Many medications can produce side effects that may impair your driving skills. If you are taking any medications, be aware of their side effects and do not drive if they interfere with your ability to drive. Question 136. Your body gets rid of approximately Option A, 3 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Option C, 2 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Explanation. The average person's body will process about 1 alcoholic drink in 1 hour. However, many factors play a part in determining how impaired a person will become when consuming alcohol, including the amount of alcohol consumed, how fast it is consumed, and a person's body weight, food intake, and general health. Question 137. When should drivers use hand-over-hand steering? Option A, when turning the steering wheel during normal driving activity. Option B, when anti-lock brakes are engaged. Option C, when turning at low speeds. Option D, when backing or when momentarily turning on blinkers, the radio, or windshield wipers. The correct answer is option C, when turning at low speeds. Explanation. Use hand-over-hand steering when turning at low speeds, such as when turning at an intersection or when parking your vehicle. Regarding the steering wheel as a clock face, your left hand should grasp the wheel between 8 and 9 o'clock, and your right hand should grasp the wheel between 3 and 4 o'clock. Question 138. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should Option A, have someone warn approaching traffic. Option B, let oncoming traffic watch out for themselves. Option C, let the police handle everything. Option D, assume other drivers will have heard the crash. The correct answer is option A, have someone warn approaching traffic. Explanation. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should warn oncoming traffic. Have someone warn approaching drivers to prevent further damage. Keep a flashlight and flares in your vehicle for emergency use. Question 139. Test the tractor protection valve by Option A, removing the air supplying knob. Option B, removing the parking brake control knob. Option C, releasing air with the brake pedal. Option D, releasing air with the gas pedal. The correct answer is option C, releasing air with the brake pedal. Explanation. You should test the tractor protection valve by allowing the air supply to properly charge, turning off the engine, then releasing air from the system by pressing the brake pedal several times. The tractor protection valve should move into its emergency position when side drops to an unsafe level. Question 140. How far from the steering wheel should a driver sit? Option A, 5 inches. Option B, 7 to 9 inches. Option C, 10 inches. Option D, 12 to 15 inches. The correct answer is option D, 12 to 15 inches. Explanation. If your vehicle has an airbag, you should be at least 12 to 15 inches away from the steering wheel. Don't move your seat so far forward that you can't steer properly. Question 141. When approaching a steady red traffic light, drivers should Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right-of-way. Option C, stop only if a police officer is nearby. Option D, come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option D, come to a complete stop. Explanation. A steady red traffic light indicates that drivers must come to a complete stop. Driving through a red light is against the law and is extremely dangerous. Drivers may turn right on a steady red light if there is no sign prohibiting a turn on red. Question 142. The trailer hand valve should be used. Option A, to accelerate in rural areas. Option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Option C, together with the brake pedal. Option D, on slippery surfaces. The correct answer is option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Using it while a vehicle is in motion could cause a skid. Question 143. Headlights must be used. Option A, after 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B, after 7 p.m. and before 6 a.m. Option C, after 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option D, from sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D, from sunset to sunrise. Explanation. Your vehicle's headlights must be activated between sunset and sunrise. Use headlights anytime you are driving under conditions that lower visibility. Question 144. The highway transportation system is made up of Option A, people. Option B, vehicles. Option C, roads. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, vehicles. Explanation. The highway transportation system consists of three major components: people, vehicles, and roads. It is a complex system with many diverse elements. Question 145. When crossing railroad tracks that are parallel to the road, you should: Option A, cross the tracks at a 90-degree angle. Option B, avoid crossing the tracks for any reason. Option C, try to cross the tracks at a 45-degree angle. Option D, slowly inch across the tracks. The correct answer is option C, try to cross the tracks at a 45-degree angle. Explanation. To safely cross railroad tracks, trolley tracks, or pavement seams running parallel to your lane, move to a lane position that will allow you to cross them at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Then make a quick, sharp turn. If you try to edge across, the tracks or seam could catch your tires and throw you off balance. Question 146. You may turn right on red. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Explanation. If you are turning right, you may turn on a red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn on a red light. Be careful of pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle. Question 147. The right edge of a road is marked by a blank line. Option A, broken white. Option B, solid yellow. Option C, solid white. Option D, broken yellow. The correct answer is option C, solid white. Explanation. Solid white lines are used to mark the right edge of a road. Question 148. Which of the following about winter driving is not true? Option A, winter is the most difficult driving season. Option B, checking your vehicle's antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels is especially important during the winter. Option C, using cruise control in winter weather is a safe thing to do. Option D, It is best to use snow tires on your vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Winter is the most difficult driving season. Explanation: you should not use cruise control on snow, in rain, in fog, or under similar hazardous conditions. Winter is the most difficult driving season and requires extra caution from drivers. It is important to consistently check your antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels. Using snow tires can increase a vehicle's traction on the surface of slippery roads. Question 149. Motorists should be aware that all bicycles used after dark must have: option A, reflective handlebar grips; option B, a front headlight and a red taillight; option C, white reflectors on the front and rear fenders; option D, brake lights. The correct answer is option B, a front headlight and a red taillight. Explanation: a bicycle used at night must have a headlight visible from at least 500 feet ahead and a red taillight visible from at least 300 feet behind. Question 150. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone; option B, wrong way; option C, railroad crossing; option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation: pen and shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 151. When approaching an accident scene, you should: option A, keep your attention on your driving; option B, keep moving; option C, stop if you are involved or if emergency help has not yet arrived; option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Keep your attention on your driving. Explanation: do not stop at an accident scene unless you are involved or emergency help has not yet arrived. Keep your attention on your driving and keep moving, watching for people who might be on or near the road. Never drive to the scene of an accident, fire, or other disaster just to look. Question 152. Convex mirrors. Option A cannot be used on vehicles transporting hazardous materials. Option B, can replace flat mirrors. Option C, can be help a driver see a large area. Option D, are illegal in most states. The correct answer is option B, can replace flat mirrors. Explanation: convex mirrors are curved to provide drivers with wider views of the road than can be provided by flat mirrors. However, convex mirrors also make objects appear to be smaller and farther away than they really are. Question 153. Which of the following is not another name for convex mirrors? Option A, fisheye mirrors; option B, spot mirrors; option C, bug-eye mirrors; option D, flat side mirrors. The correct answer is option C, bug-eye mirrors. Explanation: convex mirrors are also known as fisheye, spot, or bug-eye mirrors. Question 154. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while you are driving? Option A, reach down and attempt to pull it up. Option B, shift to park. Option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Option D, turn the engine off. The correct answer is option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Explanation: if your accelerator sticks while you are driving, keep your eyes on the road. Quickly shift the vehicle into neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Pull off the road when it is safe to do so and turn off the engine. Question 155. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Option A, make eye contact. Option B, try to stay in the other driver's way. Option C, ignore their gestures. Option D, have a conversation. The correct answer is option A, make eye contact. Explanation: if confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing for you to do is get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact, do not challenge them by increasing your speed, and do not let yourself be provoked by any angry gestures they direct toward you. Question 156. It is illegal for a person 21 years of age or older to drive with a minimum blood alcohol concentration BAC of option A 0.05%, option B 0.08%, option C 0.02%, option D 0.1%. The correct answer is option B 0.08%. Explanation. For drivers age 21 or older, it is illegal to operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration BAC of 0.08% or higher. Driving while under the influence of alcohol is not only illegal, but dangerous. Question 157. A steady yellow light at an intersection means option A, go. Option B, yield to other cars. Option C, slow down and prepare to stop. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option C, slow down and prepare to stop. Explanation. A steady yellow light indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. If you are driving toward an intersection and a yellow light appears, slow down and prepare to stop. If you are already within the intersection or cannot stop safely before entering the intersection, continue through carefully. Question 158. When approaching a railroad crossing, drivers must stop within blank of the first rail when indicated to do so. Option A, 70 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 15 feet. Option D, 5 feet. The correct answer is option B, 50 feet. Explanation. Any driver or pedestrian approaching a railroad crossing must stop within 50 feet, but not less than 15 feet from the nearest rail of the railroad when warning lights are flashing, crossing gates are lowered, or drivers are otherwise instructed to stop. Question 159. What is off-tracking? Option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Option B. When a vehicle's wheels all follow the exact same path. Option C. When a load shifts during a turn. Option D. When a vehicle's wheels run over a curb during a turn. The correct answer is option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Explanation. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is known as off-tracking or cheating. Question 160. What do outside crossover mirrors allow a driver to see? Option A, the front bumper. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the right side of the bus. Option D, the left side of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the right side of the bus. Explanation. Crossover mirrors are used to help a school bus driver see the danger zone area directly in front of the bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 161. A work zone. Option A may be moving or stationary. Option B is marked with black and white signs. Option C does not require a driver to slow down and pay extra attention. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, is marked with black and white signs. Explanation. Work zones are often stationary, but they may also be present in the form of moving vehicles, striping lines, mowing, or removing snow. Work zones are marked by orange signs with black lettering or symbols. Slow down and pay extra attention when approaching or driving through a work zone. Question 162. When asked to complete a driver's side parallel parking maneuver, you should. Option A, pass the parking space while backing, then pull forward into it. Option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Option C, pull forward into the parking space without passing it first. Option D, back into the parking space without passing it first. The correct answer is option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Explanation. You may be asked to complete a parallel parking maneuver into a parking space that is to the left of your vehicle. You should drive past the parking space before backing into it while bringing the rear of your vehicle as close to the rear of the space as possible. Your vehicle should be completely within the boundaries of this space. Question 163. Signs that are colored orange are: Option A, work zone signs. Option B, regulatory signs. Option C, school zone signs. Option D, guide signs. The correct answer is option A, work zone signs. Explanation. Highway work zones are established according to the type of work underway along the roadway. Signs in work areas are typically diamond-shaped, orange, have black letters or symbols, and serve as a warning that people are working on or near the highway. Question 164. When uncoupling a trailer, landing gear should be: Option A, raised completely. Option B, lowered halfway. Option C, just off the pavement. Option D, firmly on the ground. The correct answer is option A, raised completely. Explanation. Landing gear or trailer supports should always be completely raised before a vehicle is driven. When uncoupling, landing gear should be lowered to make firm contact with the ground. If a trailer is loaded when it is being uncoupled, you should lower the landing gear and turn the crank a few additional times to remove some weight from the trailer. Question 165. Round signs indicate: Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, hospitals. Option D, upcoming railroad crossings. The correct answer is option D, upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. A round sign warns road users about an upcoming railroad crossing area. Riders should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 166. When two vehicles enter an intersection from different highways at the same time, which vehicle must yield the right-of-way? Option A, either one. Option B, the vehicle on the left. Option C, the vehicle on the right. Option D, neither. The correct answer is option C, the vehicle on the right. Explanation. At intersections that are controlled by signs or signals and at intersections that are uncontrolled, the driver on the left must yield the right-of-way to the driver on the right when two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time. Question 167. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk or intersection. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option A, 10 feet. Explanation. There are many areas where a driver cannot park. You may not park within 10 feet of a crosswalk or intersection. Question 168. After a collision, you should: Option A, stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. If you can move your vehicle, get it off the road. Option B, stand or walk in traffic lanes to wait for help to arrive. Option C, try to remove power lines if there are power lines down with wires in the road. Option D, move the injured even if they are not in a burning vehicle or in immediate danger. The correct answer is option A, stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. If you can move your vehicle, get it off the road. Explanation. Following a collision that only damages a vehicle or other property, move the vehicle off the roadway to a suitable location as soon as it is possible to do so. For all other collisions, you must stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. Question 169. An anti-lock braking system ABS will: Option A, allow you to drive faster than you would be able to otherwise. Option B, allow you to follow other vehicles more closely than you would be able to otherwise. Option C, allow you to drive less carefully than you would be able to otherwise. Option D, not decrease your stopping distance. The correct answer is option D, not decrease your stopping distance. Explanation. Anti-lock braking systems ABS will help you to maintain control during hard braking. ABS will not necessarily shorten your stopping distance. Question 170. How can you prevent drowsiness before a trip? Option A. Get about 4 hours of sleep. Option B. Plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Option C. Drive alone. Option D. Schedule long trips at night. The correct answer is option B. Plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on a long trip, strategies include getting adequate sleep beforehand, planning out the route and stopping points in advance, driving with a passenger, and driving at times during which you are normally awake. Question 171. When loading or unloading a tank that is divided by bulkheads, the person loading the tank should be mindful of: Option A. Equal weight distribution. Option B. Other vehicles. Option C. The placement of the nozzle. Option D. Insects coming out of the tank. The correct answer is option A. Equal weight distribution. Explanation. Some tanks are divided into multiple smaller tanks by bulkheads. When loading or unloading such tanks, pay attention to weight distribution. Be careful not to place too much weight on a single end of the tank. Question 172. People under 16 years of age who use a false identification card to buy alcohol will: Option A. Receive a driving suspension that starts on their 16th birthday. Option B. Not be able to take the driver's exam until their 21st birthday. Option C. Receive a driving suspension that starts on their 21st birthday. Option D. Be sent to an alcohol safety education class. The correct answer is option A. Receive a driving suspension that starts on their 16th birthday. Explanation. Even if you are not driving, your driving privilege will be suspended if you are under 21 years of age and are convicted of possessing alcohol, lying about your age to obtain alcohol, or carrying a false ID card. If you are under 16 years of age, your suspension will not begin until your 16th birthday. Question 173. You are driving at night and another vehicle is approaching from the opposite direction. Your headlights. Option A should be on their high beam setting. Option B should be on their low beam setting. Option C should be off. Use your parking lights. Option D may be on either their high or low beam setting. The correct answer is option D, may be on either their high or low beam setting. Explanation. Do not use your high beam headlights when approaching or following another vehicle at night. Switch to the low beam setting to ensure the safety of everyone on the road. Question 174. When entering a curve, you should: Option A. Get off the roadway. Option B. Use the shoulder. Option C. Downshift. Option D. Take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C. Downshift. Explanation. It is important to take turns and curves at a safe speed. You should always downshift before entering a curve. Question 175. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because: Option A. You are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B. The bicycle always has the right of way. Option C. Oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle. Option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. The correct answer is option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation. You should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 176. You may not pass other vehicles within blank of a bridge, viaduct, or tunnel. Option A. 200 feet. Option B. 100 feet. Option C. 500 feet. Option D. 350 feet. The correct answer is option B. 100 feet. Explanation. Drivers may not pass other vehicles within 100 feet of a bridge, viaduct, tunnel, railroad crossing, or intersection. Drivers should only pass where they may legally and safely do so. Question 177. What are baffled liquid tanks? Option A. Tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Option B. Tanks that allow liquid to move freely without the presence of bulkheads. Option C. Tanks that have nothing inside to slow the flow of liquids. Option D. Tanks that are dented. The correct answer is option A. Tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Explanation. Baffled liquid tanks are tanks separated by internal bulkheads with holes in them. These bulkheads inhibit front-to-back surge while the holes allow liquid to flow freely between compartments. Question 178. If a collision is possible, you should: Option A. Choose to hit something that will give way rather than something that's rigid. Option B. Choose to hit something that's standing still rather than something moving toward you. Option C. Try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. Try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Explanation. If there is no way to avoid a collision, try to hit something that will give way like bushes or shrubs rather than something hard. It is better to hit something moving in the same direction as you than something stationary, and better to hit something stationary than something coming toward you. If you have to hit something, it's best if you hit it only with a glancing blow or sideswipe. Question 179. A speed restriction sign. Option A may be ignored in rainy, snowy, or icy conditions. Option B has a triangular shape. Option C is blue with black lettering. Option D shows a recommended speed for a curve or turn. The correct answer is option D, shows a recommended speed for a curve or turn. Explanation. Curve and turn warning signs often have attached advisory speed signs that show a recommended driving speed for drivers in the curves and turns. Although a driver may feel comfortable driving at a higher speed in fair weather, they should never do so under rainy, snowy, or icy conditions. Question 180. A single broken yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that: Option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. Yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 181. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A, a red flag. Option B, a yellow reflector. Option C, a red light. Option D, a white flashing light. The correct answer is option C, a red light. Explanation. At night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 182. A red traffic signal light means that you must: Option A, stop at the stop line. Option B, stop before entering any crosswalk. Option C, stop before entering the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, stop before entering the intersection. Explanation. A red traffic light means that you must stop before entering the intersection. You must at any stop line and before entering any crosswalk. Question 183. When you press the brake pedal in a vehicle with SCAM brakes, air pressure pushes out the rod and moves the Option A, slack adjuster. Option B, axle. Option C, brake drum. Option D, alcohol evaporator. The correct answer is option A, slack adjuster. Explanation. When pressing the brake pedal in a vehicle with SCAM brakes, air will enter the brake chambers. The added air pressure will push out the rods and move slack adjusters, twisting the brake camshafts. Question 184. When driving on an interstate, option A, stop on the shoulder of the road if you are tired. Option B, you should always use cruise control. Option C, signal. Check mirrors and check blind spots before changing lanes. Option D, you should change lanes often. The correct answer is option C, signal, check mirrors and check blind spots before changing lanes. Explanation. Signal, check your mirrors and check your blind spot before changing lanes or passing on an interstate. Only stop on the shoulder of the interstate in the case of an emergency and change lanes as infrequently as possible. Cruise control should not be used in heavy traffic or under poor weather conditions. Question 185. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, apply the brakes. Option C, pull off the road. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, apply the brakes. Explanation. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should shift your car into neutral, apply the brakes, and safely pull off the road. Once you've come to a stop, turn off the engine. If you cannot free the pedal so that it does not get stuck again, call for assistance and do not try to drive the car. Question 186. What does the tractor protection valve do? Option A, protects the tractor from being stolen. Option B, protects the tractor from exceeding a set speed. Option C, keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Option D, ensures oil adequately lubricates the engine. The correct answer is option C, keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the tractor or truck braking system should the trailer break away or develop a bad leak. Question 187. It is against the law to park within blank feet of a fire hydrant. Option A, 10. Option B, 15. Option C, 20. Option D, 25. The correct answer is option A, 10. Explanation. It is against the law to park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 188. Dim your high beam headlights when you are within blank of an oncoming vehicle. Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 400 feet. Option C, 500 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option C, 500 feet. Explanation. The glare of headlights from oncoming vehicles can cause the pupil of the eye to contract, restricting visibility. To protect other drivers when driving at night, change your headlights to their low beam setting within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Question 189. Headlights must be used. Option A, whenever the driver is tired. Option B, between sunset and sunrise. Option C, only when the temperature drops below freezing. Option D, during the day under favorable weather conditions. The correct answer is option B, between sunset and sunrise. Explanation. Drivers must use their headlights between sunset and sunrise. You should use lower headlight beams, not your bright lights, when approaching within 500 feet of or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 190. A properly adjusted flat mirror should allow the driver to see. Option A, the rear tires touching the ground. Option B, the front tires touching the ground. Option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Option D, the front bumper. The correct answer is option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Explanation. Properly adjusted flat mirrors on a school bus should allow the driver to see 200 feet behind the bus, the base of each rear wheel, and the sides of the bus. Question 191. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes. Option A, in curves and on hills. Option B, next to churches and schools. Option C, at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Option D, on freeway on-ramps. The correct answer is option C, at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Explanation. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. They indicate the exact location at which approaching drivers must stop. Question 192. When approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its siren and slash or flashing lights, a driver must immediately: Option A, pull to the right and stop. Option B, pull to the right and slow down. Option C, pull to the right and turn on their vehicle's four-way flashers. Option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. The correct answer is option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. Explanation. When you are approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its lights, sirens, and slash or other warning devices, you must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop. Question 193. It is illegal to follow within blank of an emergency vehicle that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation. Make room for ambulances, fire trucks, police cars, and other emergency vehicles. It is unlawful to follow within 500 feet of any fire truck responding to a fire alarm. Question 194. If you fail the driving test 3 times, Option A, the examiner will give you a driving skills examination report. Option B, you must send your examination report to the Department of Revenue. Option C, the Department of Revenue will require driver training. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. You must send your examination report to the Department of Revenue. Explanation. If you fail the driving test 3 times, no further tests will be allowed without written authorization from the Department of Revenue. The examiner will give you a form that you must send to the department. After you send the form to the department, you will receive a letter from the department requiring additional behind-the-wheel driver training. Question 195. When turning left, drivers must yield the right-of-way to Option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Option B, oncoming traffic. Option C, pedestrians who are already in the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Explanation. When turning left, drivers must yield the right-of-way to oncoming traffic. Drivers must also always yield the right-of-way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and other drivers who are already in the intersection. Question 196. When driving on wet roads, you should: Option A, drive the speed limit. Option B, drive slightly faster than the speed limit. Option C, reduce your speed by 5 to 10 miles per hour. Option D, stay close to the vehicle ahead. The correct answer is option C, reduce your speed by 5 to 10 miles per hour. Explanation. When roads become slippery, you should reduce your speed by 5 to 10 miles per hour. Question 197. The 2 indicators that determine when you should upshift are: Option A, engine speed and road speed. Option B, other trucks and road conditions. Option C, timing and road position. Option D, oil pressure and air brake pressure. The correct answer is option A, engine speed and road speed. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into a higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed (RPM). You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed (mph). You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate. Then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 198. Escape ramps are: Option A, ramps to exit the interstate quickly. Option B, ramps connecting 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways. Option C, ramps that can be used by stopped runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Option D, ramps that cannot be used by automobiles. The correct answer is option C, ramps that can be used by stopped runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Explanation: escape ramps are constructed in areas with steep downgrades to allow a means of safely stopping runaway vehicles. They consist of a long bed of loose, soft material and sometimes an uphill slope. Question 199. Which is not a factor in determining the distance that it takes to stop your vehicle? Option A, steering ability. Option B, braking distance. Option C, reaction distance. Option D, perception time. The correct answer is option B, braking distance. Explanation: the distance required to stop your vehicle depends on perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. This changes with speed and road conditions. Question 200. Under normal conditions, a minimum following distance of blank should be maintained. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 2 seconds. Explanation: under normal conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 2 seconds. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect.